You gotta be cool, calm, collected, look your feel.
Hi, everybody. This is Nate. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Google Calendar today and a district calendar, which is going to be created for the use of staff, students, and the community, a location to be familiar with all the different events that are going on in all the different schools in our district. So I'm going to open up my calendar here really quick. Google Calendar is very convenient. And some of the benefits that we're looking to achieve through this effort would be making a calendar available to all those people who I mentioned. Everybody would have access to it. Doesn't matter what kind of computer you have, or you could even have it on your phone, and it's easily editable. So anytime something changes, it can be quickly modified and updated, instantaneous to the whole world. Also, it's really nice to know that the whole community will have one location to look. So they won't have to look at a district calendar and a Max Preps calendar and a calendar over here and a calendar over there. It really helps. And as employees of the school district, we can work together so that we don't overlap activities, and that will help families be more involved in the things that are going on at each school. So you're receiving this video today because you have been selected to be a representative at your school to keep your school calendar up to date. This is not a job that's too difficult, but I'm going to go over a few key points today on this screencast so you can kind of watch and learn. After you watch this, if you have any questions, feel free to email me also, and I'd be happy to help you. So the first thing that's going to happen, I want to point out that the calendar has been created. So here you see I'm hovering here and it says ChurchillCSD Activities and Events. That is the calendar that we will all work together with to build this master calendar of activities and events. So you're going to be invited. You'll receive an invitation to join this calendar, and I will give you edit rights. So that means you'll be able to post events on the calendar. So when that comes up, it's going to look something like this. So you'll get an email and it will say, wait, Ann at ChurchillCSD has shared a calendar with you. Really, that's all you need to do. It's a notification that it has been shared with you. So you'll be able to click right here and go right to your calendar. But there's really nothing else you need to do. It will be there ready for you to start using. Now, I'm going to bring this back actually. So if you were to click here, it would, of course, open up Google Calendar. And if you have another calendar, your events might be on here. But what you want to look for is down here in the other calendars, Churchill CSD activities and events. Now, it's very helpful to have different calendars, different colors. So for me right now, this one is going to be yellow. But if you want to change that, you can click here and modify the color that it will show up when you view it. But just be aware that you want to have this calendar a different color than like a personal calendar, or if you have a school calendar or something like that. So let's go back. We're going to take a look at a few basic tasks that you're going to want to be able to do as an editor of this calendar. Okay, so I think I'm just going to make it so we're only going to see, just for this video, we're going to say display this only. So it will come up and it will be empty at first. So you can see there are several different views you could choose of this calendar. Day view is just like a schedule. We can go week, which is what I prefer. You could go month. And so it shows, little events here. Obviously, the bigger time frame that's represented on your screen, the events are small, but let me add some of these here. You can see if I have these here, even if it fills up, it says 2 more. So I could click here and say, oh, that's everything that's going on that calendar. So whatever you prefer, all you have to do is come up here and say, I prefer to see this calendar in week, month. You could do year. I don't think that's very practical, but hey, you can try it if you want. Go for it. Let me go back to just the clean calendar, the Churchill activities calendar. So let's imagine I wanted to add an activity. Let's say on Friday the 21st, there was, I don't know, open house at Numa. Okay. It's very important, since we're all working together, that we create the events on this calendar in a similar way. This is for the viewers of the calendar, so when they look, they immediately know what school is represented, and then the event after that. So let's say there was an open house at Numa at 5 p.m. The easiest way to do this is just hover over where the event is going to happen and double click. So I double click, and here it opens up. I can add a title. I'm going to say Numa, and this is the way we're going to write these. The school code or abbreviation will be in all caps, and then a dash. So I'm going to say Numa open house. Okay. If I wanted to modify the time, I could here just by typing it in. I'm like, oh, actually it's at 4:30, and you put an end time. Just like all other digital calendars, if you want to have it repeat, you have some options here, but that's not necessary if it's a one-time event. You could be specific by putting the location. So let's say library, and that's really all you need to do. If you want, you can add a description. It's a good idea if it's something that might not be obvious to add just a few notes here so that people could see it. And then when you're done, you're just going to click save. And you can see here it is, Numa Open House, 4:30 to 6. Let's imagine there was soccer on the 19th at the high school. A lot of times there'll be teams that they have like multiple levels, like freshman, JV, varsity, and they'll play at the same time. You do not have to add those separately. So if I were going to do, let's say, boys soccer, we'll say CCHS, all caps, dash, and I'm going to say boys soccer versus North Tahoe. I don't know if that's true or not, but and it just common to put the home team first. So if this was away, I might say boys soccer, or I might say boys soccer at North Tahoe, excuse me. Then here for time, I know one match is going to last till close to 5, and the second match ends about 6:30. I'm not going to put two separate events. I'm not going to put varsity, JV. I'm just going to put it as a giant brick. This is meant to just give people a general idea of what's going on where. So if I wanted to have details, I could add those. Which brings me to the next point. How do I edit an event? Well, if I come to an event that was created, I can, again, double click on it and it comes open here. I could say JV plays first, followed by varsity. And so I would just save, and that is taken care of in there. Now, one thing that I really want to stress with you, we were looking here and we saw there were lots of different calendars, and sometimes you get a lot of different calendars on one, and it's cool because you can organize a lot of things. But you notice here I have some that just say busy, they're not showing. That's because this is personal stuff, like I'm going to the gym or I have a meeting or whatever. You don't want to post on accident oh, go get my 8 cavities filled. You don't want to post that for the whole community to see. So when you create something, you really need to make sure that you are creating it with the right calendar. And the way you will see it is right here. So here I'd see, oh, this is Nate's work calendar. No way. I want to use Churchill County School District activities and events. And that's why I also suggest make this calendar a unique color so you don't post if you have to get 8 cavities filled for the whole entire world to see. That's embarrassing, and nobody wants to do that. So just to kind of summarize, you'll be receiving an invite. That's okay because you're super responsible and awesome, and we're happy that you're going to be joining us on our adventure of making a giant calendar for the whole district. When you create a calendar, please make sure to use the school abbreviation or name in all caps at first, followed by a dash and then the event. And you do not need to break down multiple events that come together, for example, sports teams. Just block it out one giant block of time to give the community and everybody else a little bit of an idea of what's going on there. This is going to be an awesome tool. Please let me know if I can help you in any way, but I will, I'll email out a little note sheet that goes with this, and with that in the video, I think you'll be pretty much on fire because you're great. Okay, well, thanks again. Take care.